to another episode of Hip-Hoponomics. So today is Tactical Tuesday, August 8th. Excited to be with y'all. Look, if you listen to the audio, make sure that you like, subscribe, or, subscribe. If you're watching the video, like, subscribe, share it, all that good stuff. Again, this is Tactical Tuesday with Hip-Hoponomics. And today we're breaking down the latest financial moves and what they mean for your wallet. And so I know, right, even if you're not an investor, even if you haven't invested any money, I know that you saw the market meltdown that happened yesterday. And I'm talking about, like, this was global, right? Global stocks took a beating. It started in Japan and it spread faster than the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The NASDAQ dropped 3.43%. The S&P 500 fell 3%. And even this Dow Jones, which is normally steady, it couldn't escape. It slid 2.6%. And so what can we learn from this? Diversification, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make sure that when you're investing, you don't go crazy. Don't put all your eggs into one basket. And this is especially true for tech stocks, which got hit extra hard, pause. The so-called Magnificent Seven. So we talk about Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, Nvidia, Meta, Tesla. They all lost $650 billion in value. So just to put that in context, that is more than some countries' whole economies. But there's a silver lining. Kellanova, that's the company that Kellogg's spun off for its snack brands. Its stock jumped 16.23% on news that Mars might be buying it. And it just shows that even in a down market, there are always opportunities if you know where to look. Now, let's break down what's causing all of this drama. And so the U.S. jobs report from Friday showed rising unemployment and slower job creation. And so that's what, people been worried about. And this spooked investors who worry it might signal an economic slowdown. Add to that some disappointing tech earnings and news that Warren Buffett sold almost half of Berkshire Hathaway's Apple stock. And you've got a recipe for a market panic. And that is exactly what you saw yesterday. What's the lesson here? You got to stay informed, but don't panic, right? Markets go up and down. It's all part of the game, right? What Jay said, sometimes you up, sometimes you're down. As long as you can stay the same and come back around. And so what matters really is your long-term strategy, because most importantly, that's what matters, right? So speaking of strategy, let's talk about the workforce, right? So Business Insider is reporting that we might need to say goodbye to the 4-day work week, right? Dream and brace for some nasty layoffs. Why? Because when the economy gets shaky, some CEOs get nervous and revert to what they know. And so longer hours and fewer workers. And so the 4-day work week might be a thing of the past. But here's the real talk. Research is showing that the longer hours often lead to lower productivity and more burnout. And layoffs, can do long-term damage to a company's morale and their performance. And so if your boss starts talking about, tightening up the belt and, want you to stay more hours, remind them that their most valuable asset is their people. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Now, for all of you college students or parents out there, you gotta listen up to this. Sally Mae's latest report shows that parents are borrowing more than ever to pay for college. And so with inflation biting, many families are hitting the limit of what they can put out of pocket. And so parents borrowing jumped to 11% of total college costs, up from 8% in the previous years. And so what's the takeaway? Like, what can we learn from this? If you're planning for college, start early and look for all available options. And that means scholarships, that means grants, work study, leave no stone unturned. And if you do need to borrow, make sure you are doing it responsibly. So remember, you can't borrow for retirement. So definitely, parents, don't sacrifice your future for your kids' education. So find, those alternative ways. Lastly, let's talk about our guy Snoop, right? Snoop Dogg, the dog father. He's out in Paris for the Olympics, and word on the streets, I don't know if y'all heard this, but word on the streets, he's pulling in $500,000 a day plus expenses as a special correspondent for NBC. Whew. That is, if that ain't getting paid, I don't know what that's like. $500,000 a day. But here's what you can learn from Snoop, right? The OG dog father. Number one, diversify your income streams, right? Snoop's gone from rap to media to business, and now he's conquering sports commentary. Don't put all of your eggs. I said this earlier. Do not put all of your eggs in one basket. Number two, you gotta build your personal brand, right? Snoop's not just a rapper; he's an icon. That's why NBC is willing to pay big bucks for his presence, right? And so, you got to think about, like, what unique value can you bring to the table, and make sure you double down on that. Number three, stay relevant. Snoop's been in the game for decades. Like, I was I think 11 years old when he came out, right? And but he keeps reinventing to himself. And in this fast, changing world, adaptability is so important. Number four, have fun with it. Whether he's fencing with Olympians or, doing a crip walk with the Olympic torch. Snoop is clearly, he's enjoying himself. And, the saying, when you love what you do, success always, comes and follows it. So make sure you're following what you love. All right, y'all, that's it for today. Tactical Tuesday at Hip-Hoponomics with Ask Cash. Remember, whether you're investing in stocks, planning for college, or building your career, it's important to understand that knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay adaptable, and always be ready to seize opportunity. This is Ask Cash signing off. Make sure you keep hustling. Make sure you keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next episode of Hip-Hoponomics, your number one source for financial education. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you next time. All right. Peace and blessings.